Hello, Soul Fam. What's up? What it do? Welcome to K&M Witchery, or Readings by K&M. That's me. I am Kat Nicoletta Monroe. For those of y'all who may not know, this is going to be a very in-depth pick a card reading for y'all, where we're going to dive into what their thoughts and intentions are toward you. There is going to be an extended where we're going to be diving into their actions as well as any helpful advice for you, my soul fam. If you are interested and if any or more of these piles resonate with you and you want to continue on, down below in the description, you're going to find the extended link, which will take you over to the VIP section, where you're going to have not only access to this pick a card extended, but so much more content, including collective unconscious updates on how to thrive with some more practical spiritual advice. So there's a ton on my Patreon in case y'all are ever interested, as well as a 7-day trial for the Soul Fam. That's not including the VIP extendeds. Love y'all. But you can definitely try before you subscribe, if that's something that you would ever be interested in. So yeah, remember, Soul Fam, that this is a YouTube reading, so only take whatever resonates. If you do want something more precise for you, over here is my website, knmwitchery.com, where you're going to be able to book your very own personal readings, whether it be a spiritual check-in for 30 minutes, a whole hour intuitive reading, mediumship sessions, psychic training. I mean, there's a ton on there, including my therapeutic services like NLP and hypnotherapy. So everything that you need from me is only available at knmwitchery.com. Please know that I will never message you for a reading or give you any sort of details and such like that. This is the only place you could ever book with me. All right, capiche? Good. Glad we got that out of the way. Let's dive into your reading, shall we? We have 4 piles in front of us. This is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. You will know one or more piles are for you when you just simply cannot take your eyes off of them. Or perhaps maybe you're hearing a number 1 through 4, or you just know in your gut that behind this pile are the answers and information that you are seeking today. However it is that you are resonating with one or more of these piles, trust it, and I'll see y'all on the other side. Hello, pile number 1. Let's dive straight into your reading. What are their thoughts of you? The card is well-being. Okay, let me just channel into this card here. Okay, from first glance, and we are going to be diving into tarot and all other cards, I am sensing that to this person, you may seem a little bit too good to be true, or even too good for them. It's like they know that you would actually be or are someone that is good for them. I don't know why, I just keep hearing that phrase, like, you're good for me, you're good for me. But oftentimes when someone idolizes you as such, they may almost put you on a bit too high of a pedestal and think that although you're good for their well-being, they may not be for you. It's like there's a really interesting self-comparison that is occurring. And they've noted a lot of your transformation. They know that you're able to overcome so much. I'm really noticing this, especially because of the butterflies here, leading over to the moon, which signifies different cycles. And here you are just like basking in it, right? It's like you are able to overcome so much on your own. Now, no matter how much you, Soul Fam, may know that perhaps it wasn't necessarily like the easiest thing to this person, they may have this version of you that just kind of gets everything very easily, doesn't have to sweat too much, that whatever you put out, you will obtain. And so they don't really worry too much about you. This is really interesting messages here. I just heard like you'd be good on your own. So like, what do you need me for? You know? And there is some sort of a false illusion that I am picking up with this reading that kind of falsifies their own ability to like match you or meet you at a particular level. This person, I don't know, like I'm sensing that this person doesn't exactly feel on par with what it is that you might need. Let's dive into tarot, okay? I'm gonna lay this card all the way out over here. Let's see. I am using the Mystical Dream Tarot for these readings today. And of course, any other deck that may want to come out, knowing me, there might likely be the case. But let's clarify a little bit more, right? With this well-being, talk to me, Tarot. Talk to pile number one. What does pile number one need to know? Please clarify. Boom. 5 of Swords. 4 of Wands. This card really wants to come out. We have the Moon. I'm going to pull some more here. And the 7 of Wands. I am hearing pull more, so I will abide by that. This one, second. Okay. Ooh. The Master of Secrets. This is going to be the Magician. We also have the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Wands. Interesting portrayals. And last but not least is the Wise Fox, which in this deck is Death. Aha. Okay. Don't be alarmed, Soul Fam. Let's dive into it first. So, clarifiers here when it comes to their thoughts of you. The 5 of Swords with the 4 of Wands, they could absolutely be more so kind of fighting themselves off. Oh, darn these nails. They could really be fighting themselves off for bringing some sort of like a union. So, honestly, this may be someone that you have just kind of recently broken up with, or perhaps maybe you're in a situationship with this person. This could even be an ex as well. But someone kind of feels as though they fumbled the bag, if you will. The 5 of Swords is a call for change, but there is also an aspect of deceit that lies here. I am also getting called to the Moon. So y'all could have gone through multiple phases with this person. Perhaps maybe this was even an on and off relationship. Let me know if this is resonating with y'all so far, okay? But the fact that the 5 of Swords was the very first card to come out, they're almost in like this battle within themselves. And it could perhaps maybe be, we can clarify this a little bit more, that someone maybe spoke ill will about you or maybe lied on your name or something. And when this person, and I am hearing intention, when this person had initially intended to be more, and the 4 of Wands, okay, let's just call it, right? This is absolutely like a union card. It could mean twin flames if y'all are into that, soulmates, things like that, right? Where there's a lot of stability and a union happens, right? Where you bring your 2 pillars, your masculine and feminine energy, and the other person does as well, and you find a beautiful equilibrium, and then you give and take to each other, right? Where you can be in your full feminine if you are, of course, in the feminine nature, and they can be in their full masculine, and or vice versa, right? But there is this coming togetherness where you feel balanced. Now, remember what I had mentioned here when it came to the well-being card. They're feeling as though they're imbalanced. They feel as though they cannot meet you where they would want to, or where perhaps maybe they assume, or even maybe you expect them to, right? And so they're at a crossroads in a way with this 5 of Swords. Now, 5 is a beautiful numerological signifier of change, but that change, will never come without the appropriate actions. So I'm really curious about what the extended has to say for y'all. But as of right now, their thoughts are fighting the balance that you can bring them, and them feeling as though perhaps maybe they're more inadequate. With the moon here, now this, I'm just hearing over and over again. Who is that? Nelly and something McGrath? I'm so sorry. I don't know. But Over and Over is the song. I just heard water under the bridge. I also heard there is no bridge. Okay, since we're doing collective readings, gets a little bit overwhelming for me. Some of y'all have been in a relationship with this person and it's been a long time, okay? And so much so that like the bridge that used to exist and kind of merge you two no longer does. It was mistreated. It wasn't maintained. And so it kind of fell apart and broke out. Now, for the other parts of you, this is water under the bridge, so that like one or both of you, likely the person that is tuning in, hi, you may be okay with accepting things as they are, and you want to move forward, and perhaps maybe things of the past no longer really trigger you as often or offend you as often anymore. Although with the 7 of Wands here too, y'all are really closed off as well, right? Like this is a beautiful mansion, and yet there seems to be no movement. At the same time though, I am now getting brought over to these perceivable eyes up here, right? So someone could really be keeping a really close eye on you, or you on them. I mean, you're definitely tuning into this reading for a reason, Soul Fam, after all. But nevertheless, someone was kind of locked out, you know, or perhaps maybe they're looking at you from a clock tower. Like they don't really, y'all are definitely not in communication. I would be highly surprised, Soul Fam, if this is someone that you are currently in a connection with. And if you are in a connection with them, you don't actually feel like there is a union or a full in-depth connection. Y'all know what I mean? It's like the puzzle pieces just don't fit. Y'all are seeing eye to eye, or when you do communicate, sometimes it's good, but oftentimes it's not. And it's like there's a big, deep separation that is occurring between y'all. The 5 of Swords could also mean that, what one of y'all say, or both, and do are completely different. But the 10 of Cups with the Magician, 6 of Wands, and Death here, the intention, which I'm going to say is this bottom row here, is union, is success. And I believe that this person is intending to put away the gossip about you. I had mentioned that there could very well be someone that had lied on you or cast some ill will upon you or something, right? Put in a seed of like doubt into your person. So much so that like they want to bottle up the snake, if you will, so that it no longer impedes on your relationship. This is someone whom is intending to have this union, if there of course will be. Now that is an actionable choice that you can decide on together later on. Again, I remind you, this is a YouTube reading. But they want to really kind of shun somebody out, or like shut somebody out. It's really interesting here. And even though there is likely some sort of a distance or separation, even if that distance is emotional or even mental, right? Like y'all can still be in the same room together, for example, and yet feel like you're like 10 miles apart. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So however this is that it's resonating with you unconsciously and from like a higher self perspective, this person's thoughts of you, like they know that you are their ideal in one form or another. And I believe that they do intend to manifest a deeper connection, but I just heard it's not that simple. So let me pull a different deck here. We're going to use the Fountain Tarot for y'all. And I would just simply like a clarifier here for the Five of Swords and somewhat Six of Wands, just for that snake there. Who is the snake? Let's do that. Who is the snake? Oh, this card. Nine of Coins. Interesting. Seven of Swords. So, okay. I'm starting to understand this now. Okay. Could there have been some gossip? Yes, I'm definitely feeling that here. I think the gossip might have been more so of like somewhat like last resort or like icing on the cake, if you will. But to get to the point of what I'm downloading here, this Five of Swords, whoever instilled anything of doubt into this person is someone who had convinced them that their independence is more profitable without you. You know, it's like, this could mean some jealousy, or perhaps maybe a projection if it's not necessarily that someone was jealous of your connection, but rather they themselves don't understand the intensity of your connection. And so when this person, likely because the Nine of Coins can be someone that is a confidant, right? Like they stand on their own feet, they're highly independent, they know who they are, they're grounded into themselves, right? So they may have approached a friend or a family member or something and asked about you. And this person, I just heard it was an old friend, so perhaps maybe an old friend of theirs or yours, where someone offered misinformation about you and about your connection in one form or another. They didn't give you the full truth. Matter of fact, they gave you just a little bit, or not you, them. They gave them just a little bit, but then kept most of that for themselves. Now, swords are thoughts, right? Like this is an air sign. So I'm honestly even thinking that like the intention of this person may differ per viewer, okay? But for the most part, I think that they weren't even fully aware. I think that like this person actually wanted to give the right kind of advice to your person, and well, it wasn't. Like, I don't know how else to say that. Let's dive into the Seven of Wands here. I just want to get a clarifier on the Seven of Wands. The Moon card comes out again. Can I get one more clarifier? I heard no. And I heard think about it. Interesting. All right, so the fact that we do have a duplicate out here, we have two moons, right? There is something that you are likely yet still to uncover. I genuinely think that this person is likely recognizing where they fumbled, and they may be going through a phase of maybe even talking themselves into letting you go, or accepting the fact that they let you go, and now they are feeling the emotional repercussions of that, and they're phasing through them in a way. Like this person could have, let's say, chose to separate from you in one form or another due to their lack perception, right? And their scarcity Marset. Oh goodness, Mercury retrograde. Scarcity mindset. Mars is interesting though, the fact that that kind of came out. So look into their or your Mars sign or the placements in your synastry chart that may offer you a little bit more insight, however that resonates with y'all who are into more of the astrology kind of hunts. There's something about Mars. But anyways, they're going through the motions of perhaps maybe living the doubt that they didn't allow themselves to feel, right? Like at first they thought that they were doing like the best thing for you and for them, right? Because if you know that someone is really good for you, but you don't feel that you're good enough for them, that complicates things, to say the least. And I think, again, their intentions, I don't feel as though this person that you're tuning in about had ever any ill will or ill intent towards you. I do believe that they perhaps maybe confided in the quote unquote wrong person who fed them information that was necessary. I'm going to also put that out there, okay? I believe it was necessary because when the moon comes out, there's something from the unconscious realms of our identities and perceptions that are now coming out to the forefront, but it takes a while, okay? The full moon to a full moon takes a whole month, right? Or like 20 something days, however long it is. I'm not an astrologer, won't pretend to be, but y'all get it, okay? There are phases to this shit. So I believe that someone's really living through it. Now, intentionally though, I think that they are manifesting that 10 of Cups with you. That is a full-on union. It is a beautiful balance here. And they want it all. Like this, I think this is an egg. And notice how, again, the moon is there, right? It's like they're taking in all of these wonderful lessons that are unconsciously being made conscious to them, right? Whether this be why it is that they feel so limited in their capability to match your levels, right? Like, I think that this person is really truly undergoing a huge transformation. And this does make sense why the Seven of Wands is here, right? Because how it is that they are looking on the outside doesn't necessarily match their insides. Now, of course, personal situations per viewers will definitely range, but as I can see it, it is because of these internal transformations and realizations that are being brought to their forefront, and they're really feeling through things, right? Like when it comes to the unconscious mind, like the unconscious mind speaks to us through symbolism, through emotion. Emotions are unconscious. As much as we want to control our emotions, we typically just end up suppressing them, perhaps maybe dissociating from them, rejecting them entirely, or just shoving them aside so far that, well, it took a while for it to come back up. And now it's coming back up. And they're looking to kind of birth something up, right? Like you warm up the egg, not to cook it, at least, I mean, hey, but to make the fetus, the quote unquote in here, warm enough to actually want to hatch. So reeling that in with the Master of Secrets here, or the Magician, they're using the resources that they currently have available to them to their advantage by secretly warming up your connection. Now the Wise Fox, the Death here, I heard read me. Okay, cool. So let me see. I don't typically do this, but I am a servant to y'all and spirit, so let's read a little bit here together, shall we? Let me just find it here. I will not be reading everything, but y'all can perhaps maybe take a screenshot or something and see what resonates with y'all. But the appearance of Wise Fox marks a period of change, the death of old ways or old comforts. The transformation is near. Transformation through Fox is not an easy path, yet it is necessary, and in the end leads to opening up of new paths and new understanding. So going based off of this alone, and again, be sure to take a screenshot if you are interested in more, it does make sense that this person has to put an end to a way of being, a way of thinking, a way of perceiving, and thus be able to, quote unquote, match you at your level, feel good enough, feel as though they can give to you as much as they believe you can give to them, and not feel as though they are unworthy or incapable, right? I think that this person really wants to protect you, hence why the snake is in the, whatever this thing is called. It's not a jar, but y'all get it. I'm getting pulled to the Cosmic Oracle Tarot here. So what other information can we give to the soul fam about their thoughts and or intentions? Okay, these two cards up top really wanted to make themselves known. So we have fire sign and we have commitment, okay? So they could have a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or you do in your chart predominantly. This could also occur during the seasons of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, if this is more so of a timing card. But things are getting serious, okay? They do have love on the mind. They do have commitment on the mind. So however it is that it perceivably appears on the outside, this wise fox energy is transforming their ability to give and receive in relationships. It could also very well be that they are focusing on their attachment styles. Perhaps they're more so of an anxious attacher or an avoidant attacher, right? Or perhaps maybe something in between. I just heard I want to be good for you. And then I heard, but I'm not. So as of right now, as I am recording this reading, this doubt that I had picked up from your initial card is very evident, okay? It absolutely exists for a reason. And I believe that whether they're ready to or not, although more so consciously, I am feeling that that's the direction that they're being driven to make themselves better, if not even for you, for the next person. I know it's kind of tough to hear that, but that really honestly depends on your own personal story. So just take that bit as it resonates. But I will say one thing, Soul Fam, you really taught this person a lot about themselves. Like, to be so high on somebody's perception speaks volumes to the impact that you create. And perhaps you're listening in on this and you're like, Kat, like, what are you even talking about? Like, I just carry about my day. Like, I am just struggling like everybody else. And I believe you. I get that. And yet you seem to have this really beautiful ability to transform at a much quicker and perhaps maybe perceivably easier way than this person is. You are able to go through these phases of transformation so easily. Look how many of these beautiful butterflies are here. Soul Fam, you probably went through transformation after transformation after transformation to become your best, healthiest, most thriving person. Even if you don't fully think that you've obtained everything that you want to be and become and have, to this person, you're too good to be freaking true. And your ability to transform and become a healthier, better version of yourself is both inspiring and quite intimidating, which may, of course, not be your perspective, your intention. But again, intention and action are two different things. So you may actionably be very independent, very forthcoming, very loving, very willing to help and give. Okay, and yet this person is just simply unwilling to receive. So I honestly, if anything, I think that they have more of an avoidant attachment style when it comes to you, where they could be there one day and love bomb you and like really share their heart with you, and yet boom, the Five of Swords comes in to kind of cut that off. And it could very well be, again, that they asked the quote-unquote wrong parties, not because those are bad people that always wish ill will, but again, y'all know your personal situations better than I do. But I do just think that there is a lack of understanding of the type of conversation and connection that y'all have between you two. Is there anything else? I did hear my snaps here. Okay, so a little bit of a quicker reading than I expected for y'all, but without further ado, we're going to be diving into their actions towards you right now. We see their intention, okay? They do intend to get things to be a little bit more seriously here. They do intend to fix a lot of those unconscious beliefs within themselves. They do intend to bottle up what doesn't necessarily serve this connection and manifest more towards you and warm up what could be or what could have been. But let's see if their actions match up, shall we? So in the description box below, y'all are going to find the link over to the VIP. I will see you there. Yeah, without further ado, I don't know how to conclude this because we're going to keep on going. So I'll see you there, or if not, I'll see you in another pile, okay? So fam, thank you, pile 1, for being here. I love y'all, and I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments down below, all right? I love hearing from y'all. Take care. Hello, pile number 2. What's up? I'm excited to channel for you. So let me just roll my sleeves up and get right on into it. The card that you have selected is Prosperity. I like it. So the person on your mind is likely seeing you as someone that is very successful, thriving. I just heard nothing can hold you down. I think that you, soul fam, are on the up and up, whatever it is that you were doing and however it is that relates and resonates with you. I am sensing that likely, especially just based on all of the gold that is enveloping this particular card here, that you might literally be making it rain, okay? I think you are about to come in and across a lot of money. Perhaps maybe if you own your own business, your person or whoever this is on your mind that you are hoping to get some thoughts and intentions from today, they see you. They see your worth. They see you thriving. And they see you winning. Let's see what else there is for you. I think that is pretty simple enough. I do just want to again mention, soul fam, that this is a general YouTube reading, so only ever take what resonates. I am pulled today to be using the Mystical Dream Tarot for y'all, so that is what I'm about to do. Get some, oh, these 2 cards, I'm hearing yes. So we have Sophia and we have the 6 of Swords. This card also wants to come out. 2 of Cups. Oh, this one wants to play. Ace of Pentacles. I'm hearing stop, at least for now. So, what's Sophia again? Sophia is strength. Okay, cool. It's a bit of a non-traditional deck, but nevertheless. Okay, so strength comes in, 6 of Swords, 2 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. I'm gonna tell you one thing here, soul fam, that you are freaking phenomenal to this person. When it comes to your prosperity, this person recognizes your ability to literally overcome anything. I swear it's like this person really puts you up on a high pedestal, but not like pile number 1, you know, in case you came from pile number 1, where it's almost like your power is their detriment, you know? No, here it's like I actually see them wanting to maybe give to you, wanting to support you, to unite with you, perhaps maybe partner with you if this is more so like platonic or professional. 2 of Cups doesn't always have to be about love, but it's likely why you're tuning in anyways. But just saying. With the Strength card here, yeah, this is an ability to overcome like no other. This person has never seen someone conquer the way that you have. And with the 6 of Swords here, it's interesting that it's depicted here by playing chess. They might miss you. I'm just getting the energy from this particular character on here that they could maybe miss the person that they're playing with. So there might be a separation here between y'all. Of course, only take what resonates. If there isn't, this person has recognized your ability to move on. Like, you're not here to play any games. Perhaps maybe once upon a time you were. Not insinuating anything, but hey, it's how the person kind of perceives it. And perhaps maybe they didn't take you as seriously in whatever it is that is bringing you all of this prosperity right now. They didn't really see the vision that you did in yourself, in your business and your services, however it is that this is resonating with you here, right? I think that perhaps maybe they trusted you enough to move forward and pursue what it is that you were meant to pursue. But I think they also perhaps maybe underestimated you in some regards. And due to that underestimation, you packed up and kind of dipped, right? Like the Six of Swords is a moving away energy, right? It's almost like you kind of left this person maybe stranded, a little like, hey, like, what about me? Or like, and I do kind of hear you asking the question, well, what about you? Like, if you want to come along, you know what you got to do, right? Give me a second. Sorry for that minor interruption. This entire reading has been interrupted in one way or another. It's very interesting. Not yours specifically, but I just mean in total. Even my battery is like shutting down when it came to pile number 1, especially in the extended. Oy, oy, oy. But in any case, what was I saying here for y'all? Let me just tune right back in. You left this person high and dry and said, hey, well, if you want to join, you know what it is that you got to do. And this person's thoughts of you is, in fact, kind of riding along into the sunset. There's a version here, which is most likely the reality, where they were kind of left stranded by themselves, and their thoughts of you is actually coming along this whirlwind wave of success with you. These are where their thoughts are taking you, or, well, them. And with the Ace of Pentacles, they could very well be thinking about different ways to actually offer you more support, more protection. Perhaps, like, this is even like beyond services, to be honest. I think that this person wants to give to you more than just $1 or supporting your business. They want to actually be behind you. I just heard interesting, because I was going to say beside you, and then Spirit kind of corrected me, so hence my pause. They want to be behind you on this journey to your success, to keep pushing you and motivating you, and more importantly, to witness it. Now, do I think that they could potentially be taking advantage of you? It's like, it's interesting that, like, now you want to see me for what it is that I'm worth and capable of. Okay, I see you. But honestly, especially with the Two of Cups here, Ace of Pentacles, and Strength card, I genuinely think that their intentions are very positive around these thoughts. So without further ado, let's mesh in these intentions. Lady of Swords wanted to come out. Intentions for pile number 2 in their person. 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. Intentions, please. Last card for intentions, please. What are pile number 2's person's intention for my pile 2's? We have the Magician. Gathering downloads, give me a sec. Well, I will say they're absolutely manifesting you, and they're getting very clear on their intentions towards you and being very specific about those intentions. The Queen of Swords, the Lady of Swords, as you can see depicted in this deck, is one that is very intentional. They're visualizing concepts that they're bringing down from the quantum into the human experience and allowing that to be the thing that carries forward and kind of like ignites everything in and around. It's interesting that there's so much fire accumulated here with the Swords energy, but after all, swords are created in fire. So I believe that this person is making manifestational intentions towards you. Their focus is you. Okay? At the same time, though, I am noticing that they're willing to give you your distance. I just heard if that's what you want. So it could very well be with the Six of Swords moving on to the Seven of Pentacles here. It could very well be that because you chose to walk away, they're recognizing that perhaps maybe they could be watching you from afar. They don't want to interrupt you. And I am hearing that song, I don't know who it's by, but it's Wait For You. Baby, I will wait for you. Can do. Don't tell me I ran out of time. Yeah. If it takes the rest of their life, baby, they will wait for you. I think that's really beautiful. There seems to be a lot of waiting here. Their intention is to let you continue to shine. They don't want to overthrow you, but oh boy, do they want to be part of your success in one form or another. So it seems that what's really nice to see is that their thoughts align with their intentions here. I'm really curious about what their actions will be towards you, and we're going to be diving into that in the extended. I'm going to actually pull extra cards here for y'all. What are their additional thoughts and intentions here? So we have the Innocent. This is the Fool card, as well as the Dream Angel. I want to say this is the Star, but let me confirm, please. Dream Angel, the Star, yes. Always stick with your intuition, folks. Their thoughts and intentions towards you are on repeat right now. They want a new, fresh start with you. And I believe that they're literally dreaming upon a star. I have that Pinocchio star song in my head. I think it's from Pinocchio. Once you wish upon a star, do 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 do. I lost my voice on that last bit. Let me just take a sip of my coffee. This person may be really thinking about a lot of music. Okay, using music to perhaps maybe channel messages. Think about you. I'm saying channel messages because the Magician is here. And quite intentionally, this person is not only keeping you on your mind, but keeping you in their future plans. Even though you're out here thriving, okay? Their perspective of you is that you're okay on your own. Perhaps maybe you're also in a relationship as well. So you're kind of getting in some information about someone that you may be curious about, or this might be a surprise about you. Do I think that this is someone that you are currently in a relationship with? These are their thoughts and intentions? I mean, it could be. But there is this very deep, distance and missing aspect of you. You could perhaps maybe be traveling. You could have gone quite far away. I mean, when the Star comes in, this is a very fleeting energy. It is a very far out energy. So you maybe have moved continents, states, provinces, countries, however this resonates, if it resonates at all, but you've been on the move, and this person has you on their mind and in their heart space about the future. I will tell you right now, they're wishing for you. So let's pull from a different deck now, because I would like to know exactly what they're wishing for, right? How are they visualizing this future with you? Let's do that. How are they visualizing their future and intentions? We have the Tower. Oh, hold on. The plot thickens. They want to mend your relationship. Look at this angel here. I'm going to assume angel because that kind of looks like wings, but now that I think about it, maybe they're not. I don't know. Either way, I believe that they want to put it all back together again. I just heard, if I could turn back time. Oh my God. I just felt the music coming in. File number 2. Y'all are definitely musically inclined in one form or another. This missing you and waiting on you does make sense now. In the future, they see you coming back together. Okay, usually the tower falls apart in order for things to fall back into place, and they're exactly hoping for that fall into place to happen with the two of you. Is this vibrating? Is this resonating? Y'all getting this? Let's see what else we got here. What are their future visions, thoughts, and intentions? We have the Death card. Oh, sense of renewal and rebirth. They want to start over. I'm going to pull one more card, and then I'm going to get some more energies about the past here, okay? Because as much as this person is thinking about the past or the future, yeah, I mean, I just said it. They're thinking about the past. I'm going to trust the intuitional slurs, I suppose. This card, 6 of Pentacles, and they wanted to all come back around. 6 of Pentacles comes back in here as well. I think that they honestly, with this Ace of Pentacles, want to have a renewed sense of balance, of give and take. I did just hear, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for doubting you. I just hear, look at you shine. Look at you go. When it comes to the prosperity, right? Prosperity doesn't necessarily come easy to those whom lack the sense of belief and worth in themselves. And I'm happy to channel in that this person sees you as someone who is really able to overcome anything. And I mean, I don't doubt that they feel silly for doubting you. You know, because how silly and foolish is it to assume, and I'm not saying that they were out here like praying for your downfall or anything, you know, but perhaps maybe whatever it is that you are doing is so out of this world. Perhaps maybe you're in some form of like occult practice. Maybe you're a tarot reader yourself or something, you know, or perhaps maybe you switched careers and now you're on a completely new trajectory and plan, right? Like your future is completely different. And I do think that it's potentially something that isn't very common, that could have perhaps maybe been misjudged, misunderstood, and things like that. And again, it's not to say that you were never going to be successful at all, but I think that this person underestimated your ability to turn your dreams into a reality. And you're actually not only making sense, you're making dollars. And again, I'm really genuinely sensing that this is not at all their desire, like intentionally to take away from you, to take the spotlight from you. I'm sensing zero narcissistic qualities here. I think that especially with the 6 of Pentacles coming out twice, they want an equal return in investment and take. They want to give you something that perhaps maybe they hadn't before. So now, as I mentioned, I want to dive into the past here. What happened in the past between these two? Thoughts of their past. The Hanged Man and Mott? I'm so sorry, guys. This is the very first time I'm using this deck. Well, maybe not very first, but still first enough. Matt is Justice. Okay. With the Hanged Man here, interesting downloads. Okay. So from what I'm receiving here, I believe that you never had one foot out the door. I think that you wanted them to come along, although perhaps maybe they wanted to egotistically there, right? Like, and our ego isn't designed to hurt us. It's designed to protect us, right? But the way it does that comes about with limiting beliefs and perhaps maybe actions that are lesser than to just keep it lightly. And this person wanted to see what you can do first. I think that honestly, I don't think that they believed in you as much as you believed in yourself and in your dreams and your goals, and they want to make it right. They stood still and watched you leave. They stood still, and I believe that their karma right now is kind of like to watch you succeed, to be honest. And I'm hearing, I'm sorry I doubted you. When justice comes in, it's like the scales are to now be rebalanced, right? Karma is to be served, and karma could be good, and karma could be a lesson, right? And once we break out of these cycles here and choose to act differently and step forward and conquer our obstacles in such a way that we surpass them and we build new types of behavioral patterns and we shift entirely, we kind of rebalance the scales in our favor. They had to watch you do that. And I think some of that regret is not trusting you enough for them to come along too. And I think it honestly has a lot less to do with you personally and a lot more with their own beliefs. Interesting how there are some light personalities. I mean, hey, there are some similarities between pile number 1 and pile number 2, and yet pile number 2 is just much more supportive. Or this could be a continuation if you came from that pile, and this is like the future state of pile 1, if that makes sense, because pile number 1 right now, just as a spoiler in case, is not ready for anything. Because they're stuck in those limiting beliefs and such, right? But pile number 2, your person recognizes that. They recognize it so much that they are wishing, focusing, manifesting a new start with you. All because in the past, they didn't show up for you the way that you knew and they know that they could have. And I think that really sits on this person a lot. I believe that when this person sees you glowing and shining, they're smiling up at you. I genuinely, again, I feel no animosity, no forms of jealousy here, no ill intent, no evil eye, none of that. I see someone who is looking up at you going like, damn, that's my baby. Look at them shine, look at them succeed, and how foolish of me to have thrown that all away. And you, SoulFam, tuning in, you were like, all right, I mean, if you want to stay, that's fine. I got somewhere to go. I got places to be. Like, I'm in this to win. And they slept on you a little bit, you know? And again, I think intentions are healthy here. I really do. And y'all know me, I would state it otherwise. And the very simple fact that they're willing to like patiently wait and watch. Do I think that they could be waiting on you to make the first move? Maybe. I think they're really listening to their intuition and about like the next steps. I'm getting really pulled to the crow or raven. I'm not really sure which one that is right now. I'm going to say that's a crow. And the black cat here, very connected to the spiritual realms, waiting, being guided. I think they may be waiting on like the right time. And again, they don't want to ruin your groove. and what you got going on. This is where I am feeling a slight comparison again to pile number 1, where maybe there is a depleted self-value kind of thing happening here, where maybe they believe that they can't really meet you. But again, I'm hearing that song, Wait for You, that's coming up. If you decided, so fam, to take this person back, or if this is more so platonic in one form or another, to repartner with them, to communicate again and just reconnect, this person is going to so happily take you back. But again, comes the question when it comes to you, pile number 2, if that's something that you are willing to pursue. Right? I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all are at this point in your life where you would rather be pursued, because you have done so much of the pursuing in your own way, in your own direction, right? Like moving forward into the future with a bright plan and an action, and now a success. You've manifested so much that it does bear the question in this particular person's mind here, pile number 2, if you would even give them a second glance now. I mean, they see how much you glow and shine and have just evolved. You are gold. And they feel perhaps maybe like they're a little bit more silver. And again, they want to be that one step behind you. This is never at all to overthrow or take advantage of your successes, but like, damn, are your successes teaching them a lesson, pile number 2? Holy cannoli. Is there anything else? I'm going to pull one more card about their thoughts and intentions for you, so fam, and then we're going to cut this and move on to the extended. These are shorter readings than I had expected them to be today, to be completely honest with y'all, because like sometimes I could be on here for like an hour in one pile. But Lady of Wands, I think they're respecting the fact that like if you are alone or if you're with somebody else right now, you're really channeling in your creativity through your independence, okay? And they recognize that. You know, with this particular Lady of Wands energy here, I'm kind of even sensing myself in the forest, just meditating and taking in everything and around me. And honestly, soul fam, they don't want to interrupt. They don't want to interrupt. They don't. They respect you too much to interrupt what you've got going on right now. But oh boy, do they hope that you can sense what it is that they are sending you. And it's likely going to be in like song or something, okay? So like pile number 2, if you come across like a new song that you've never really heard before, but like there's an inkling or like something in there that really resonates with you, definitely read up on the lyrics, okay? Not even just about the songs that I kind of sang for y'all today that came up, but I just mean anything that you come across and it reminds you for whatever reason, even if unknown, of this person for you here, pile number 2, look it up. And just know that more than likely the message within those songs or song is for you from that person. Because I think, honestly, you are like the music in their heart. I think watching you thrive in so many ways inspires them. And they just want to support you however it is that they could, but they also don't want to step on your toes or, again, have you misconstrue their intentions, because soul fam, at least from my unbiased perspective, it is a good, loving intention that they're placing towards you and your success. So it's up to you whether or not you're going to accept this or pursue it or wait to see what they do. And in order to find out what they're going to do, we are going to end this particular reading right here and head over to the extended. The link is down below. If I see you there, soul fam, yay. If not, I hope to see you guys in another pile. And yeah, that's it. I'm really shitty at these kind of conclusions here. So love you, soul fam. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Excited that you are here with me. Let's flip over this card and just start on your reading, shall we? We have good luck. So, thoughts from your person about you. Okay. I'm not fully sold at all that this is like a romantic thing unless you had a pretty like negative and like ugly falling out with an ex. Like they're perhaps maybe a narcissist or just like an ash. Right? Or this could just be like an old friend of yours or something. Perhaps maybe someone that you don't even freaking know, but like Spirit is calling this energy in right now. Okay, now that we've kind of established that, channeling into this message here comes with the question, like, people have no idea how you're still standing, how you have all of this good luck. I'm unsure if maybe someone wished ill will upon you, pile number 3. Hate to say it, but like, don't shoot the messenger. And it's like, no matter what life threw at you, no matter what they threw at you, whether it was spells, okay, because some people really try it, or if it was gossip, or if it was just like plain, again, like narcissistic abuse, okay, like just to put a little cherry on that. However it is that this is resonating with you, someone really wished for your demise, and yet, always, you would rise. What's with the poetry? I'm saying this because, and I've never read this card like this before, right? But like, this cat seems a little bit like weathered, to be nice. You know, it's kind of giving me that vibe from Cats. You know the one, well, like the OG. I've never watched like the newer one. But the OG, where she's like singing out and, oh God, how did that song go? If any of you know what I'm putting down, link it down below, okay? Because like, it's giving me that. It's giving me someone put you out in the back alley hoping to leave you out for trash, and yet you became freaking royalty. And they're sitting there going like, huh? Who? What? What? People are shooketh at your ability to rise, to make the absolute best of your situation no matter what it is. It's like they threw you in that dumpster and you literally were like, okay, and you like built a castle out of it. You put a bunch of boxes up together and you actually had like the best time. Somehow made the absolute most of your really crummy situation. And I feel like this person, I mean, we're going to dive into more of their thoughts and intentions, but if this is resonating with you so far, it's like this person was really hoping that you would falter without them. I heard without me. So either they dumped you or you recognize this poor type of behavior and intention, some form or fashion. All of my soul fam is incredibly intuitive, and cats are intuitive after all. So I'm really not surprised if you already picked up on what it is that I am putting down and you said, nay, go away. What's with all the rhyming? Are y'all like poets or something? Do you write? Like, let me know. Anyways, leaving that energy off to the side, we are going to pull from the Mystical Dream Tarot today. It was calling out to me. I have already shuffled like crazy. This card on the bottom, whatever that is, 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, Sophia, which is strength. Oh, I heard shuffling. Ugh. 3, 4. Spirit got me putting in work right now. I shouldn't have kissed my teeth like that, but like, yeah. 3. I just work here. And 4. All right. Cards out, please. This one up top, whatever that is. The Ouroboros. Ouroboros. What is that? I want to say this is the wheel, but let me just be 1000% sure. Yep, the Wheel of Fortune. So, my points are confirmed. The initial pull and intuition. 4 of Pentacles. Number 1, lots of layers. Okay, lots of layers. I think people only saw you for what you perhaps maybe were on the outside, and they're recognizing that there are like layers to this shit, okay? A 4 of Pentacles could also mean that like people are literally being like chintzy, kind of hiding things out, not being fully truthful, not willing to disclose aspects of themselves, right? Like there's layers to an onion, right? So this could be the fact that like they're looking at you going like, damn, I really underestimated my pile number 3 because like I saw them for an onion, and yet like they had like layers and layers and layers and layers of defense that like protected you. Like it protected your core, right? With the 7 of Wands here as well, it does seem like there was some neglect, I want to say. And like if you chose to like walk away, because like honestly I am really sensing that for a lot of y'all you've made the choice to just leave. You're like, you know what, not my circus, not my monkeys. You want to be like this, so be it. Like when you think that you're gonna do wrong onto me, I know that like God's got my back and I'm gonna be okay because my intention is pure, my heart is pure, my love is pure. And so this is why you have so much quote unquote good luck, because you yourself are good. And I think that like your karma came around thricefold, especially because honestly, I'ma say it, okay? I'm pretty sure that this person really wanted you to rot. Okay. It's almost like they're surprised that you're like holding it together. Especially with strength here. The audacity that you have to conquer. The audacity, pile number 3. You're driving this person crazy. And the fact that you were literally able to like create your own destiny, and you have all of these opportunities and like growth and wisdom and just opportunity. You have all of this opportunity and strength, and like honestly, they underestimated you. Pile number 3, I'm telling you. Their thoughts of you are, oh damn, maybe I fucked with the wrong one. Or just simply, well, acknowledging the simple fact that like their ill intent towards you, even if it was just evil eye and gossip, which honestly, it does go a long way as far as like energy work goes. Like they're the ones that are going to have to pay the consequences for that, especially because it didn't even freaking touch you. Like I said, any sort of negative situation that they put you through, and that's not to say that you weren't really hurt or anything, right? Like when we peel back those onion layers, like we obviously have to go through the layers of BS in order to actually become more pure, in order to become more healed and things like that, right? Like what people confuse about ascension is that like there's like some layers and levels to this shit and you always go higher and higher and higher, but like true ascension goes within. You go deeper and deeper and deeper, you know what I mean? And you did that. And I think in many ways you kind of taught them that they can't mess with a pure spirit and a pure soul. And that you literally turned everything around. Like, I do love the fact that the Wheel of Fortune is in the upright position because it shows that it is in your favor. And remember, these are their thoughts of you. So here you are, the audacity to become all that you said and that you knew you were going to be, but that they hoped and prayed that you would never become. Ew. Let's look at their intentions before we go on. This card really wanted to stick around. 9 of Wands. Dude. I mean, are you freaking kidding me? This like whole reading today, not just your pile, but like I haven't ever really used these cards at all. So this is really interesting to come, like, I mean, all of it's really interesting, but I digress. Lord of Pentacles. Whoop. The Wisdom Teacher. Is this the Hermit? I'm gonna double check that for a hot second. Oh, we're gonna have two cards. We have Temperance, but also the Dream Angel, that's Star. Wow. Okay, give me one hot second. Wisdom Teacher is the Hermit. I was right. Okay, cool. Interesting. You know how you like turned your life around, and like I wouldn't honestly even be surprised, Soul Fam, that you became a pinnacle of support and strength and wisdom for other people. And if not, I really highly suggest through Spirit, of course, that you consider it. Because your story and your uprising, for lack of better words, is absolutely inspiring. And not to say that we ever do things as a form of like revenge or something, but like honestly, sometimes the best revenge is your utmost happiness. And imagine if you allowed that happiness to be spread across people who need to learn how it is that you've overcome, so that they can overcome their pile 3 kind of people in their lives, you know? The reason why I'm saying that is because with the Lord of Pentacles as well as the Hermit out here, I'm just going to say the Hermit, I think they really want to be praised. I think pile number 3, this person wishes that like they were the ones, like they have this intention to be like this ruler, this teacher. I'm kind of getting like Jafar vibes from this, you know, like Jafar really wants to become the freaking genie and all of that, because he just wants the power without recognizing the price that you have to pay for that power. You've paid that price. You've paid it. That's why you got the crown on your head. And you, pile number 3, are not the type of person to ever take advantage or disrespect the power that you have, that you worked so hard to gain for yourself, which honestly, I mean, must have not been easy. Let's just call a spade a spade. And yet this person wants to be the one that is worshipped. And they intend to see you fail. They intended to leave you out high and dry to die. Like, okay, obviously it doesn't have to be this like dramatic, okay? Like we ain't talking about like true crime right now, but like, just take a look at this image. You tell me what you see. These are the options that they hope to have left you with. Crying, vulnerable, empty, and what? Meanwhile, the horns on this guy right here, okay? All horns and antlers and such. Sorry, I called them horns. And antlers and things, like they signify wisdom because they're even closer to God. They're closer to the universe, okay? As above, so freaking below. They underestimated your ass. They did. And I want to say that the intention here was blocked. I'm still going to pry a little bit more of what that intention was and what potential ill will was cast upon you, okay? Because this Temperance and Star energy, this is your protective light and your spirit guides interjecting, saying absolutely not. Not my pile number 3. You better take your shit and try it somewhere else before you meet your own freaking demise. The audacity that you have. I don't know why audacity seems to be like your word of the day here, pile number 3. But like, nah, you better not try on my pile number 3. Like, so I do really want to say, Soul Fam, that like, this is an interesting reading. It definitely differs from like the last 2. But pile number 3, for you, you are highly protected in the spiritual realms. You really are. And I know bad things happen to good people and we ask ourselves why, but like When you are the quote unquote chosen one, when you are the one that is created to truly become the wisdom teacher, okay? And like the Lord of Pentacles, like having all of this like worship, respect, like money and all of that from community, we go through freaking hell. And people whom, like whoever this person is for you here, pile number 3, whom underestimate the difficulties that need to be overcome to be quote unquote chosen, well, they're about to learn. I'm gonna tell you that much, because when Temperance comes in with this dream angel, which is the star, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The fact that your spirit team interjected just only tells me that there are some lessons that this person's gonna pay. Ooh. I'm gonna look into the Roast Iconic deck to see what were those poor intentions toward you. What is it that you want us to know, Soul Fam? Please let my Soul Fam know. Stay in your lane. Okay, I heard 2 more. Boom. And this one, privilege. And where did you go? Triggered. They wanted you angry. They wanted you desperate. They wanted you coming back into their lives for support. They wanted you to perhaps maybe even lose that privilege. Stay in your lane? What? You ain't even in a lane. There are no lanes where you're at. You know, like, how dare you, whoever this is, put my pile number 3 into, again, like into the gutter. It's like they shoved you aside. They're like, absolutely not. Stay in your freaking lane. You're not worthy of my time, my presence, my da-da-da-da. Like, there seems to be such like, just uck and guck and narcissism that lives in this particular person. And it's like they wanted you to lose all privilege. Hashtag love and light with tears rolling down their face. Like, this is what I'm saying. It's like a false freaking prophet. They wanted you to stay in your lane so that they can play their freaking game and do what it is that they got to do, because you, Soul Fam, would call them out. You would put an end to this. And maybe this is why this message is here right now, because what happens in the dark eventually comes out to the light, you know, and you are that light. So no wonder they wanted to cast you aside so that you would never allow your brilliance to shine on them. They wanted you stuck and triggered. Notice how this card also flew onto that good luck card initially, okay? They wanted you stuck and triggered. And a trigger is more than feeling offended. No, they wanted you stuck in like PTSD vibes. They wanted you miserable. They wanted you crying. And yet you are freaking untouchable. And also, again, your spirit team held you down, pile number 3. I love to see it. Highly protected. That is your affirmation. Comment down below. I am highly protected. Absolutely. Amen to that. What else do we want to know? Let's keep diving in, but I heard no. So, which... Getting pulled to the John Bauer Tarot for y'all. Let's see what we got y'all. Also another deck I've rarely used. It's still a goodie. All right, messages for my pile number 3. What are their thoughts and intentions towards pile number 3, please? Messages for pile number 3, this card and something flipped. Y'all saw that too, right? I just heard, da-na-na-na-na, lost in the beat of it all. I don't know how that song goes, but like, anyways, they wanted you lost and lonely and scared and deserted and feeling as though you can never have anything. They probably even like maybe try to cast some sort of trickery on you, okay? Not saying that they like worship the devil or anything like that. To be honest, I think as cocky as this person is, good fucking luck. Anyways, they maybe wanted to like summon some sort of like a trickster on you, okay, to like just overcomplicate your life and things like that. They failed. Let's just put it in that perspective. What came out here? Ah. Okay. I have no idea what these cards are. I love my non-traditional decks, but it would be great if I had a little bit more insight, no? Oy, oy, oy. Give me one hot second here. Okay, this is not, nope. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. I ain't gonna sit here and pretend like I know absolutely every single card and deck that I have because Lord knows I got too many. Okay, so this is the devil. Okay, interesting, interesting. And this guy is the moon. Okay, thank you so much. So we have Ace of Wands, the devil, and the moon. They could have potentially used some sort of like sex magic or something to want to like keep you stuck and stagnant, or potentially taken away your pride and ability to feel whole and loved and even sexual in your own being, right? Like sex isn't just something that needs to be rated R, and like, I mean, the fact that I just said it like 3 times will probably just like not even send this video out anymore. But like, this is your essence. This is your purity, your power, you know, and they wanted to take it away from you. Look at them running off into the night foolishly, not even realizing that they're dropping all of that proof, by the way. Proof that they failed, proof that they've been doing all of these things. So fam, I think that this is a massive confirmation for you, okay? If you're still here, hi, first of all, please like and comment down below, especially your confirmation and your affirmation that I am highly protected, okay? Listen, the devil doesn't just show up for anybody, okay? The devil comes in when you are about to ascend, because they want to keep you stuck and stagnant, right? So you could honestly have felt as though maybe there was like a darker presence in and around you, and not saying that there wasn't, okay? Although your brilliance and your light always keeps you safe. It doesn't freaking matter what other people intend for you, so long as you never allow those intentions to actually... What I'm saying is free will is the biggest player in this human experience. We have our destiny and our purpose and all of that, and yet it is every single one of our choice and right to push forward and or refuse it, okay? And so what I'm saying here is that no one can ever make you feel inferior without your consent. And you've proven that true, because when the devil came over and said, hey, what's up, pal number 3? You said, nah, don't even want to engage in a conversation. No, thank you. I see you. You're not even wearing sheep's clothing right now. The proof is in the freaking pudding. I've actually known you were coming all along. And the devil says, all right, whatever. I'm not going to waste my time here. And then he went on this fucking merry way. The devil doesn't waste his freaking time on those whom he knows he will not be able to have a grasp on. That's why he sends people like whoever it is that we're channeling into for you here, pal number 3, to do his bidding and dirty work for him. Which just makes the person that we're channeling into today a pawn, not a king. Sorry, Lord of Pentacles. Try again in another lifetime, maybe. And even in the darkness, that all of this was happening in secrecy, that someone was wishing for you to fail, for your light to go out and diminish. Notice how this is a Wands energy, and yet there's not a single flame depicted in this card. You are the flame, though. Notice how she is still also, by the way, wearing a crown. No one can freaking shake you here, pile number 3, and I love that for you. I honestly do. And I think you should carry on with your head up high, chest out, trusting that you are so divinely protected and guided. And also, please, soul fam, become that wisdom teacher. Okay? I know that this is their intention for themselves in a way because, you know, they're narcissistic. But if we can take anything from this, if you already haven't, and if you have, kudos, and please do more. But if you haven't yet considered to become a leader, please do. Because you hold a power that people wish they would know. And I don't even necessarily mean that you have to like all of a sudden launch a YouTube channel unless of course you feel pulled to it. But even becoming a leader and owning your power in your friend group, in your family circle, you know what I mean? Like owning it and not dismissing the fact that you are so wise, likely beyond your years, just based on this experience alone. Narcissistic abuse isn't something to laugh about. It takes a long time to overcome that, and yet here you are. When you were left in the dust and in the dark with no other option but to off yourself, you became the light. You conquered. Are you kidding me? That is a story worth telling. I heard my snaps. I didn't want to end this for you all here yet, but like, ooh, I heard my snaps. So if you do want to carry on, by the way, we're going to look at their actions towards you. I want to take a look at what this person has attempted and what they are going to attempt on you, and or if good old divine intervention is going to step on in and do the work for you. Number 1, that's that. It's going to be in the inbox, or not inbox, whatever it is, down below. Description. Thanks. Mercury retrograde. Oh my God. Down below to the link to VIP. I'll see you there. Number 2, just comment down below. I am highly protected. Okay, put that out there. At least just for yourself. And if I don't see you in the extended, I genuinely hope to see you in another video, in another pile, or see you out there preaching and teaching your damn self. And if you are, please link that down below. I would love to share that around with our community because damn. Keep shining, pile number 3. That's it. I really suck at these conclusion things. So like, I love you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you later. Peace. Pile number 4, what's up? What it do? I got a little confession for you. There was only supposed to be 3 piles in this reading, and Spirit was like, no, add the 4th. So just so you know, if you picked this, I'm really happy that you were here, because there's got to be something in here for you that Spirit really wants you to freaking know. So let's dive into it, shall we? Your card is Psychic Abilities. Hey, gang, gang, gang. I love it. I love it. I love that. Their thoughts of you? Well, don't you already know? Just kidding. Nah, jokes aside though, they see your ability to foretell, to just simply know. You are like a truth meter for this person. Truth meter not only about potential futures, but about themselves. Pile number 4, you hold a really deep power. And whoever it is that we're channeling into today is really recognizing that. You are more than an empath. You've turned your empathy into clairsentience. You can really literally recognize when behaviors shift or when people are lying to you, and you sure as hell have such strong pattern recognition that that also turned into foresight, into clairvoyance, where you can voyage on into the future and get some really cool insight and information that whoever is recognizing this from you, I mean, we're going to peek into more of their thoughts and such, but like, you see them. You see them. So I'm going to pull a little bit more because now I am awfully curious if this is going to be a really positive reading or a warning kind of a reading. Because I've had both in this pick a card, and I think that's interesting. So let's see. I am using the Mystical Dream Tarot for y'all today, and of course invite in any other. This guy really wanted to come out. I noted. Lady of Wands. Let's get this person's thoughts and intentions of you, yeah? No? No, I heard no. Okay, this wasn't supposed to be here. Interesting. Messy, messy, messy. Let's fix that up, shall we? Yes? Ten of Swords. Person's thoughts of you, please. Person's thoughts of my pile number 4, please. Boom. Of course, the High Priestess comes out. Two of Swords. All right, their thoughts of you. Number 1, you're hella stubborn. You literally don't allow anybody's negativity to get the best of you by any means, nor should you, to be honest. The Ten of Swords here, really interesting of the depiction here. I'm actually sensing the opposite of what the Ten of Swords typically stands for, okay? And for you, pile number 4, this is about conquering. Because I'm noticing this figure right here, and there's almost like nothing that can literally propel its way over to you, whether it is bad intentions or limiting beliefs of others, none of that. And you have such a wonderful spirit team behind you here that delivers messages to you in this beautiful pool of life. I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if you have like an ox or something of the sort as one of your animal totems or spirit animals, something like that. And we could obviously have many, and like spirit guides and such always filter out, as I'm sure you know, pile number 4. So yeah, you're highly protected, highly guided, and in this person's thoughts of you, you're really stubborn. Like nothing can move you. And so that could be like a positive and like a negative, right? Depending on like this person's intention and such, right? But they really see you as someone whom has such deep insight, and clarity, and if this can just focus, that would be great. Thanks. You're just incredibly wise. Like, what can I freaking say? This person cannot, for the life of them, break past the simple fact that nothing gets past you. And you can pretend, and they can wonder, the Two of Swords here. Sometimes they might wonder how it is that they can reach your heights and your depths. But they seem to always get stuck on the way. They don't know how it is that you do what you do. And that's the beauty of it, isn't it? Sometimes other people aren't really meant to know, but just experience. Experience your depths, experience your heights. Experience your ability to hold such power and foresight. And the thing is though, right, like about people whom are, I think that you are much like me, pile number 4. Although of course you can disagree. Duh, it's a YouTube reading after all. If you didn't have like this like grand awakening or anything, you are a natural born psychic. You're a natural born empath. It didn't take trauma to form these types of intuitive awarenesses, you know, like this is just who you innately are. Some people are literally born this way. I have Lady Gaga's Born This Way in my head, just like on a replay, so I had to say those words. Born this way, born this way. Da, 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 da. All right, let's take a look at what their intentions are towards you before I blab on. This card really wanted to come out. Six of Cups. Three of Cups. Four of Cups. Lord of Swords. Interesting. So honestly, this person really wants to like join your clique. Join your spirit gang. Join you. Partner with you. Or something. Good. Okay, go. At least this is more of a positive because honestly I was kind of holding my breath there. I think that this person really sees a lot of themselves in you, and what they aspire to become is so much of what you're able to help guide. If not like become like, you know, part of like the clique or like the fourth. Sorry, I'm getting what's that movie? You know, with like the witches at school. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We're the weirdos, mister. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh my god, like the name of the movie has escaped me. But nevertheless, if it's not like kind of like joining a coven or like a partnership, it's mentoring. You have someone on your mind that would love to learn from you. Again, it's like they're wondering how it is that you do what you do. They get stuck reaching the heights that you so naturally can just close your eyes and obtain. And they work thrice as hard. So, if not already, perhaps maybe you can take someone on as a mentor. Now, by the way, in case anyone is curious, okay, I do have a psychic training available as a psychic medium that was naturally born this way. I teach people. So if that's anything that you would ever be interested in, this is where you would take a look at that information. Or of course you can message me on Instagram or something, and we can have a little chat. And most definitely you could book a free consultation with me there as well, okay? But just let me know. But anyways, without selling to y'all, because that's not what y'all are here for, but had to let you know, okay? This person would love to learn from you, to connect with you, to make potions with you, I'm hearing. The Three of Cups and the Four of Cups here is actually looking really, really beautiful. It's like someone might honestly feel as though you are soul family, you know? And perhaps maybe even a spirit guide to them, which is really freaking beautiful. Pile number 4, you... I believe, honestly, because now I'm hearing like a lot of different voices. It's like oh, okay, I would like that to stop. Thank you, Spirit. I got the message. Thank you. Ooh, that was just too much. You got like a crowd of people. I honestly don't think that pile number 4, this is 1 or even 2 people. I think that this is a community of people looking up at you and your light, your wisdom, your ability to foretell. I think that you are an incredibly powerful guide that if you haven't already ought to really fucking step into it, okay? Because you hold this really beautiful magnificence that can really ignite other people's magnificence there as well. Their ability to become all that they could be lives within your guidance. So do with that information what you will. Let's see. Yeah, now that we're making this a little bit more public, we're going to see, we're changing things up here for you. Pile number 4, okay? Because, like, again, y'all weren't supposed to be here, but apparently you were simultaneously. So let's take a look. I'm using the Tarot of Mystical Moments. What do people think of my pile number 4? The 5 of Cups. You can heal them. You can heal. Okay, and that's, there's a warning on that. You can never heal somebody, okay? You can only guide somebody towards their healing, okay? Those whom sit there and say, I can promise you the freaking world and I can heal you from all illness and pain. It's bullshit. It is such a scheme, and it's also a dangerous concept, okay? People can only heal themselves. Please never take on somebody else's fucking pain. It's not your responsibility, nor can you. You're just taking on the weight of the world, and guess what? They still have to go through what it is that they got to grow through. Y'all feeling me? Y'all get this. Okay, cool. Glad we had this. Ace of Cups. Yes, you can really spill love into people's lives. Notice all of the cups. Intuitive water energy. I love it. What else we got here? This card wanted to come out. We have the 2 of Wands, and you can help offer people wisdom and advice to move on. I think that a lot of people come out to you with guidance or inquiries, and it's because they really trust your insight. You heal people with your words, with your insight, with your ability to just be you. Like, there's really no other way around it, you know? Sorry, I'm just like sitting back and like smiling at this energy, because perhaps maybe pile number 4, you're not even fully aware how many people talk such gratitude into your name when you're not in the room. When someone is down and needing guidance, or they're confused and require clarity, if they're in pain and yearn for healing, people recommend you. You're the name that comes up. That's powerful. The intention of the collective and the people that you touch, the people that you heal, the people that you guide, is to increase your soul family. You are here, beautiful earth angel, pile number 4, to fucking change lives. No pressure. I have a Aquarius North Node, so I get it. It feels like a lot of pressure, but honestly, again, if you don't take on other people's shit, you'll be able to proceed much further, okay? 6 of Cups here, everybody is a reflection of ourselves, okay? Whether it be a past version of ourselves, potentially a future version of ourselves, okay? You are able to reflect onto people aspects of themselves that they didn't even know existed. I swear to God, it's like being in the room with you, being in a meeting with you, having your time and attention on somebody is a privilege. People are humbled. You, pile number 4, are going to have people literally lining up to meet with you. So mote it be. If this is a business, pile number 4, you're about to fucking launch. I wish this for you. I really, truly do. I think that you have this wonderful capability to become the change that so many of us are wishing for in the world. And when it comes to the age of Aquarius, it's people like you that are going to be the leaders. And honestly, gang, I love this soul fam. Like, I love lining up with people whom also line up with my own spirit journey here. So, I mean, please make yourself known, okay? Because I would love to connect with y'all, okay? Like I said, hey, I ain't calling myself a groupie or nothing, but I am calling myself soul family, okay? You're here for a damn reason. Thank you. My left ear is ringing. I will take that as a beautiful confirmation from y'all as well. Because this is powerful stuff. You awaken an intellect in people, a knowing. You affirm. And you build this beautiful strength. I'm really Getting pulled to this spirit lion. You create that within people. And people intentionally want to pay it forward to you too. And they may not be able to know how, because perhaps maybe they lack the insight that you have. Even though they want to learn it, they still lack it. And so what do? They pay it forward by inviting more of their family and friends. Hey, come meet this wise individual in my life who has helped me. And this is how. Talk to them. 2024 is going to be a big year for you if you accept this. If you accept this into you, you will have, again, and I'm connecting to that crowd of people, and my heart chakra just went, okay, it is really busy up in my brain right now. Like, you have an audience. So you could honestly be on stage. It could be like social media platforms or something, but like, you're about to be busy. You're about to connect with a lot of people, and a lot of people are going to be looking up and cheering for you. Okay? This isn't about being selfish or famous or even popular to a fault. Nah. This is you literally being a strong guide for others. You're going to become someone that people pray to. I ain't calling you Mother Teresa or nothing, but like, who knows? Maybe you are. Maybe you are. Who am I to dim your light? I ain't going to do any of that. I could be talking to the next Gandhi right now. Let's go. But do you believe that in yourself? I really hope so. Pile number 4. Ooh, you better take this beautiful power that you have and use it to your advantage. Connect with more people. The sun, I mean. You shine. King of Swords comes out again. You hold an incredible depth, an incredible quantum connection. It's beyond manifestation. It is beyond just a gift or an ability. You are here to be a guide. The Hermit. And yet you are so unattainable. You are such a secret. And that's okay. Hey. With people holding such strong abilities as such, and again, I relate, I get it, you gotta protect your space, you gotta protect yourself. And yet, notice how no matter where it is that you are in the world, no matter the fact that you are on the highest tower, everybody is coming to you. So protect yourself, protect your space, protect your energy, and definitely make sure that you are only calling in people with the highest intentions for you. And honestly, intentionally speaking, you're doing great, okay? I'm seeing literally nothing negative here. I'm seeing people wanting to cheer you on, become closer to you, hold faith in you, trust in you, like use your guidance, reflect more beauty onto you, like give you more of that light. And again, more referrals, more recommendations. Like, I think y'all might just be a little bit more overwhelmed with what's really coming for you. And I'm just saying that like, you should really hold tight to the simple fact that this is your destiny. This is exactly what it is that you're meant to do. You're meant to impact people. And they see that in you. Some people you may intimidate, cool, but those whom are willing are going to be seeking you. You can run, but you cannot hide from your damn destiny. And pile number 4, y'all are shining too brightly to be ignored. Which again, I will say, just like protect your energy, okay? Because as much as like I'm pulling in some really positive intentions here for you. We also just have to make sure that, you know, it's locked up nice and safely just in case, okay? We don't ever protect ourselves after the attacks. We protect ourselves all the time so we can steer clear from any and all attacks. Yes? Okay, cool. Glad we had that conversation. So fam, people are intentionally coming to you for guidance. People are intentionally seeing your light that you may or may not be intentionally putting out there. And yet now is the time to be seen. People are thinking about you. You are the prize commodity and prize possession. And to be honest, we're going to dive right into the extended because my camera is about to die for y'all. This is a really short reading by a few minutes compared to the other ones. But pile number 4, I love you. I'm proud of you. I'm happy that you're here. Please make yourself known to me. I'd love to connect with you. If, of course, you're open to it. And if I don't see you in another pile, I hope to see you at least in another reading, if not the extended. The link is down below. And yeah, it's a pleasure to fucking read your energy, yo. You're awesome. I love you. Mwah. Pile number 4. Sorry for cutting it short, but yeah, I don't want to ruin this reading entirely. See you soon, I hope. Bye.